Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie, and there's been so much news about the new Flash TV show that I wanted to do a big update on which actors have been cast, which characters they're playing, what the storylines are going to be, as well as how it's going to integrate with Arrow. Also, heads up, I'm still collecting questions for my Arrow Q&A, so feel free to include any questions for the Flash or any related stuff in the comments. If you're finding me for the first time, be sure and subscribe to get it. So let's get started with the cast. Most everyone's associated with the New 52 versions of their characters, obviously number one being Grant Gustin as Barry Allen. Unless the Arrow writers bring him back for a cameo in the final episodes of Season 2, he's still in a coma. Presumably, he would wake up during the Flash pilot, and his story would begin by discovering how his powers work and his quest to solve the mystery of his mother's death. Those two things will be the biggest story arcs for Season 1. On to the main villain. They are not holding anything back. They cast Rick Kuznets as Eddie Thaw, aka Professor Zoom. He's like the Flash's Joker, his greatest enemy. I'm so pumped he's on the show so soon. The Professor Zoom character is a huge part of the Flash's New 52 origin story. I don't want to spoil what that role is, but you can read all about it in the newest version of the Flash comics. On the show, Barry and Eddie will both work in the Central City Police Department. The character description that the WB released for him makes it sound like he's not going to reveal himself as Professor Zoom right away. Then there's Detective West and Iris West, two huge characters from the comic books. Jesse Martin is playing Detective West. He'll be like Barry's mentor. Iris is being played by Candace Patton, and she's going to be Barry's best friend on the show. It's unclear how much of their backstories from the comic books will be in the show. They might change a few things just because there's this big time travel and predestination paradox aspect to Iris's character. Be sure to read the comic book if you want to learn more about it, but let's just say that every major event in their lives, as well as their existence, all loops back on itself in this giant Mobius strip of cause and effect with Professor Zoom at the center. Now is actually a good time to mention that the show is going to be much more hard science fiction than Arrow is. Think of it as like a superhero CSI crossed with Arrow. The next villain they cast on the show is Danielle Panabaker as Killer Frost. In the comic books, her real name is Caitlin Snow. She's a Star Labs bioengineer whose husband died in that particle accelerator explosion. I don't know if they'll show her getting her powers during Season 1 or if she's going to already have them whenever it picks up. Then there's Carlos Valdez. He's playing Cisco Ramon, aka the Vibe character that a lot of you guys have been asking me about. He's like the Barry Allen of Star Labs, really young, really smart. Just like the Killer Frost character, they haven't said whether or not he's going to get his powers during Season 1 or if he's already going to have them when it starts. They might alter the character just a little bit and make his powers come from that explosion that gave Barry his powers too. In the comic books, he actually got them after being exposed to a boom tube, which is the interdimensional gateway open when you use a mother box. That invokes Darkseid and all this other crazy DC canon that might be a little too complicated for the show. So those aren't the only characters, but they are the main characters. They've actually already started shooting the pilot. Grant Gustin even tweeted a picture of the script. Right now, the series is planned for a fall 2014 debut, but nothing has been confirmed. If they don't air the pilot this spring, after the Arrow season finale, then they'll probably do a screening at Comic-Con. Ideally, the show will just air back-to-back with Arrow whenever Season 3 starts. We'll probably know whether or not that's actually going to happen before the end of Arrow Season 2. Now let's talk about some Arrow crossover. A lot of you have been asking me about characters from Arrow appearing on Flash and characters from Flash appearing on Arrow. So first, Felicity and Barry will still be a thing. Those of you that know about the Iris West character, she's actually going to be friend-zoned for most of Season 1, just like Oliver has friend-zoned Felicity. But Bellicity will actually be the connective tissue between the shows. There'll probably be a minor Felicity cameo on The Flash, maybe Oliver too. For the most part, both shows will have separate storylines, but expect Felicity to drop references every once in a while. The creative force behind both of the shows is largely the same, but they will have different production teams and different writers. Virtually all of the Arrow characters and villains will also stay on Arrow exclusively. The Flash show will introduce its own villains, including, Big Bad, Professor Zoom, and Killer Frost. Remember that Arrow did not go crazy with supervillains in Season 1, so kind of expect the same thing from The Flash in its first season, just with way more science fiction. So I hope that answered a lot of your biggest questions about The Flash. I'll be doing video updates as we get new information, so be sure to subscribe to get everything. I'm getting really excited about the series. They are not holding anything back. It's going to go hardcore comic book canon right away. Right now, click here for my latest Arrow video, and click here for my Q&A video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tonight. High fives.